Good morning, happy Sunday from Absolute Migration. I want to thank every one of you for being a part of our platform and also being a part of our community. Happy Sunday from the United Kingdom. I decided to just talk to us very briefly today. I'm sure you are back from church for those of us who are Christians, and the weekend has been splendid so far for you. We are preparing for tomorrow, being Monday. Like it has almost becoming it's almost becoming like a culture for us here in Absolute Migration to keep us posted with development and then update so that we can make meaningful impact in whatever we do and we can be properly directed. Today is Sunday, uh, and I just feel I should just give us a few hints as to what is happening and also to add to what we've been doing in the past. Some of you are already waiting for us to give updates on development. I remember one of us sent me a chat and was saying we've not got anything from you guys yet. What's happening? We'll be very busy doing one or two things to address those who are coming in. I want to congratulate you. You should know that I'm referring to you now. You got your visa with your family on your visa rather your family is on is yet to be out because you guys applied at different time. I woke up on Friday morning at about 3 a.m. to get a text that there is out. Other people are coming out too, and I want to assure you, for those of you whose process has begun, your own will be out soon. We have never recorded a single denier on our platform because we are professional in what we do. I hope that for those of you who are also coming to, you have your own. Congratulations once more. Well, I'm going to be talking to us about a few things because when I listen to people when you call and then we have our conversations, particularly for those of you who had the privilege of watching our sponsored adverts on Facebook and other social media platforms. When I listen to you, I feel a bit worried. The purpose for migration is not just for everybody. Get me right here. I am not saying that you are not qualified to migrate. But until you become very objective about what you are doing or what you intend to do, you may not make much impact in whatever thing or venture you get yourself into. For instance, people are migrating, you see things happening for them, you see their life changing, you see a lot of things, even though they pay some price too, it is not everybody that will migrate. For instance, I listened to one beautiful analysis of analogy of one young man, and I'm going to just be bringing it up here. It's something we all know on a daily basis. We know about it. We are aware of it. That it exists. For instance, the common water bottle you have in your hand at each time you want to be in the traffic or anywhere you buy, you drink. I'm going to particularize this to the Nigerian public, not other African countries, also could apply to you too, but particularly Nigeria. On the street of Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Owerri, Obumasho, anywhere, it used to be 50 naira. And at the same time, the same product, the same pack, everything. If you move to a shop where maybe a shop, the equivalent of places like ShopRite of that standard, or a mall, as we may call it here in the United Kingdom, the price is not 50 naira you buy it for 100 naira. The same product with the same content with the same name. If you go to the place like Sheraton Hotel, you may be paying as much as 1,000, 5,000 naira for just that single bottle that you could buy at the rate of 50 naira. What it simply means is location is actually what gives rise to value. If you don't have a value and there is a change of location, it's going to be a bit difficult for you to do something. That is why somebody who has not known anything, who cannot offer any service, he can't write his name, he can't write her name, he can't do anything, he does not have any skill, he does not do anything. Why migrate? You'll be hurting yourself. Dollar, pounds, euro, or whatever currency you call it, is not harvested from any tree in the international community. It is only when you give value that you get a return for it. The difference between those who are in the foreign country and a well-advanced environment is that there is proper attachment of value to services that you render. That's what made the difference. It is what you have to give that determine how much you get. It is not just because you're in foreign currency, everything is the current currency country, everything is done. No. So please, let's be wise. I am talking this in the light of the conversation I've had with a lot of people. When you ask some of them, even talking with me on the phone, because like I've always told us, I decided not to allow any of my staff to talk to anybody so that you don't get embarrassed. Now, when you are talking and I see, even when I calm them down, I try to be jovial at times, I try to go beyond and all of that to do a few things to make sure that these people are put in the right frame of mind. You still see them mess up conversation. When you begin to ask them their qualification, they tell you another story. It's not a must, you must have quali qualification. What I mean quali, paper qualification is necessary, particularly those who are going through the route of study route. Now, when all of this is done, you should understand that you must give service value before you can be given back. That's just the truth. I'm talking about this in the light of what has happened to one of our own an African lady from Uganda. I'm still contemplating. I may attach that same video for you to have a look at it after I'm done with this short video. You may have the privilege of watching it, but if I don't, then you may have to go and do it yourself. Now, this lady left and was deceived by an agent. You know, when some of you talk, when you talk, when you are calling and you are talking, and somebody, I had a discussion with a lady yesterday, and at the end of the day, what came up was that the professional fee of £1,000 for every process by Absolute Migration is extremely out of this world. And I understand how painful things are. But unfortunately, people are very easily carried away by these sweet talkers who do not have anything to give. Somebody comes to you and say, come, you don't need anything, you don't need to bring any money, we'll do it for you. Something must be there. We will do it for you, your visa will come, and when you go there, you pay us. So people will tell me, sir, can you sponsor us? Can your company sponsor us? Then when we get over there, we pay you. That is the reason why people go to kill themselves. If you don't have the money to run the process purely without any scam and all of that, please concentrate on something else so that you can have value to it. This life is just too short. I've told people one of the reasons why I have to migrate with my family, even though I was doing this team migration stuff when I was in Nigeria, was because I needed life for my family and my children. And so, for myself and children, the life here is short. I must have the best of it. If I'm not getting, I have value to give, and I'm not getting the corresponding value where I was, I had to change. And when I changed, I saw the difference. Now, you don't get involved in people who tell you, come, give us 50,000 naira or give us 100,000 naira, we'll do everything for you. When you are there, you pay us more. Something is in the offing. For instance, back to the story I was telling us, this lady was deceived by some cartel. She just became unfortunate to fall in the hand of this cartel. And she was taken from that place. I'm going to mention this country name because I'm also doing this sensitization video to stop people from going to some of the places. Not anything, I just say, please, because Nigeria is hot, Africa is hot, Ghana is hot, Kenya is hot, and you want to move, and I just say, go to two places, you go and go there, you enjoy yourself, you be a house girl, you pay this, and you just jump at it. Don't do that place. You will kill yourself. This lady was told to get prepared for a Saudi Arabian trip, and they were going to hand her over to a particular employer of hers that would take good care of her. And she innocently left Uganda. On getting to Uganda, what they did to this girl was that she had to go in for a COVID vaccine injection because she was going to be working from the house with the family. She innocently rather, followed the boss, the so-called wicked boss, put her in the vehicle, drove her to the hospital, and then when she was injected, they made her to lose feelings. You know what it means when they want to operate on you? They injected her, and by the time she woke up, they have harvested her kidney and took other vital parts. Now, because she kept the family abreast of happenings, they started asking. When they discussed with the people back in Saudi Arabia, they now said, "No, we had an accident." Okay, she had an accident. Can we have a look at the picture of the accident? Picture was nowhere to be found. And one thing led to the other. The family pressed very hard. The brother pressed very hard. And then they went there to go and pick her. Now, when it was time for them to, because when they got there, one part of her body had paralyzed. When it was time for her to be brought home, the hospital there, the so-called boss, had already connived with them to give a clean bill of health. The result came out, and she had all her internal organ intact, but it was a lie. They knew that this thing couldn't be nothing. It couldn't just happen like that. When they opened it, she took up her clothes. She saw very serious cut. Do you know when they took the lady back? One part of her, I may have to put the video after this video for you to watch. One part of her no longer works, paralyzed. That girl is gone. She's not dead yet. As I speak with you right now, the Ugandan government is actually on top of the issue. I was listening to the person in charge, and the result conducted by the Ugandan government shows that her is it left or right kidney has been taken off, another vital organ. What it means is that as you live your life, you play into the gallery because somebody say, "Come, give us 10 naira, we'll do something for you." Or you just give any offer, say, "Can you take this one? Let me give you later." You accept, and then you say, "That's a good man." Please be careful. For those of us who are Christians, I don't know whether it has the same part in the Quran for Muslims, but the one I know of, those who are Christians, I think it was one of the prophets in the scripture that said, "He will not give to God anything that will cost him nothing." When anyone is giving you a gift, please, particularly when it has to do with travel, be careful. Services, migration is not a child's play. So when they begin to paint it for you in the way that you don't, from what the information you've gotten from us, and you know it does not add up, it's not a must you do it absolute migration. Please watch it, or else you may not leave the next day. That girl's life, like I said, I may have to put that video here for us to watch. If you see it, if you are the emotional type like me, you will shed tears. It's really unfortunate. People can be that wicked. And why that? We play to the gallery. A number of you, you've called me, and then you try to play yourself into my hand, and I said, "We don't do that, please." If we are greedy people and want to do all of those things that other agents are doing, I'm not saying I'm not saying all the agents. Some of these terrible agents are doing. A lot of you have played yourself into our hand, and we don't do it. Give us reasons to dupe you, but we don't do. We're not there. If you're not cut off our service, please don't bother. We will not. No matter what you say, we won't be part of it. We're saying all this for you, so that you can. At least you had an encounter with Absolute Migration, and you listen to their videos, you listen to update, and then you got this from them. That will help you a great deal. I pray as you listen to it, you will save yourself of heartache and your family. So, like I said, I'm going to be giving us update. Our value system is changing, and so we should be very careful. Now, some of you would have noticed this. I dropped one video on our YouTube. Maybe about few viewers, few persons viewed it. We had a few viewers. That's what I mean. And then I took it down. But I also we put up a write-up on our platform on Facebook. We've not taken that down yet. And I said, please don't call me, don't chat me up in respect of sin. Send your CV. I'm going to tell you why I took it down, because some of you that can raise some a rhetoric question in your mind that probably will not need any answer, because I will not be there to answer you. Just ask yourself and answer yourself. So I just feel that I should give us the update. Why did they take down that video? We got a call from the US. They needed qualified teachers by one of the councils in US, and they wanted them in their teaching environment. And so what we did was that we promised that we're going to get our people on our platform. We're not going to do any advert on it. Those who are part of our platform, like I've always told them, if you watch our video and you just feel just watch and get away, we are not useful. You are just hurting yourself. Subscribe to our YouTube because that's where we drop most of the things. Subscribe to our, follow us on the Facebook page, and then click the notification button on our YouTube so that when we drop that, it will drop on your notification that we have dropped a video. It will help you and save a life too. So we quickly got on this YouTube, uploaded the video, asking for people to submit their CV resume to support at absolutemigration.com. But a second thought, shortly after that, we had a discussion with Drop. A second thought, we needed some verifiable documentation where a company will not just jump at anything. And so we had a brief talk around it and felt that we don't want to mess our image up. We've built our image over time. Nobody can say we've duped them and all that. Like if you look at the write-up we left on our Facebook page, it was very clear that I were not collecting a dime from anybody. Surrender your CV, and then the conversation will take the from the other side in the US. Will forward it and do whatever we need to do. Then they will call you for interview and follow up the rest. But at some point, we felt that that will not be a very good one. We need documentation. If the council is going to get us involved in the recruitment process, we will charge for it, and then we are very sure that nobody is duped or has his or her hope dashed. Uh, we're not going to allow any of those communication where some persons will just take advantage of it, and then from behind they start duping people and people start running because people want to leave for the US and all that. So we took that video down and sent an official mail apart from the call to the council on Friday. Today is Sunday. At the time the mail was sent, it was practically impossible to receive any response because weekend they don't work. So hoping that as from this week, Monday, Tuesday, we're not going to call. We're not going to put them under any pressure. Let them give us the details. Once they respond to our mail and it is clear, we'll have some document to sign, and we're very sure we will be part of the process so that if anything goes wrong, we will know this is at the point at which it goes wrong. We'll be able to give reasons and explanation for it. We don't want to just get you into something and then the next thing you just see, we're very good at that. Even when we've not done anything to anybody ever since we existed, some people will just call and in their own name just say anything to you just to hurt you and all of that because they probably have had one or two experiences that is not very very palatable for them, but we'll understand that. So to avoid all of that, we've decided to pull down that video. We pulled it down, and then by the time they are able to respond to our mail tomorrow or so, and then we look at the both sides and we see that we're going to be part of it because we're going to charge for it, not because of the money. We want to be very sure that nothing goes wrong in the process so that nobody comes to say people are wicked, they are you as scammer, you've been saying all of this and all that. We don't want that. If it is not, we will just not be involved. And so because it's just a message to pass, that's why if you look at the way we put it on our social media platform, I mean our Facebook page, it was stated clearly there that Absolute Migration is not responsible should anything goes wrong in the process. We did that disclaimer shortly after we had that talk because we didn't want to take that one down. But we cannot be doing that. If we're not involved, we shouldn't be involved. So that if anything is going to go wrong, we will stop it there and withdraw. We trust ourselves, but we don't trust any other agent that want to get in. We don't know whether agent will start getting because when they get to know of it, they will jump at it. We don't jump at it. We had call, we had their contact, we talk to them and all that, but we want to be very sure things are done properly until we get to that point where we are sufficiently convinced that this is what it entails and this is how it's going to be. We will not bring the advert on our platform. So please bear with us. We didn't use it to hype you. That is just the reason. They wanted people who have Bachelor of Science education, BA, mathematics, and some other science courses, and that they are going to be employed, and then they run their process, send document to just run it for them, get their visa, and then move to the US. But don't worry, if it doesn't end well, you're not losing anything. We're here. I want to be very sure that your hope is not dashed. If it is not very, if you don't hear from us, it means what we wanted from them, the kind of, because we have some boxes that must be ticked before we get involved. If those boxes are not ticked, we're not going to get involved. We don't want to dash your faith. We don't want to dash your hope. When you say, "Oh God, God," now you begin to go and do fasting and prayer over this issue, let it pull through and all that, and eventually, one day you whether come up and say, "We're sorry for this," or you don't even hear from us again until the hope just fades. Please, we are not cut out for that. That's the reason why we dropped it, and I felt uh, there is this need for us to talk to us about it to keep us posted. I'm going to be signing off right now. This is just the update. And finally, for those of you who had been asking, for you asking about the NHS health support visa, I kept telling us that we are trying to get the original sponsor. We are trying to have collaboration with them. That is the main part. The rule is that a company has to sponsor you from here. Don't let anybody come with fake sponsorship for you. We know how these things are done. We're not going to get involved in it. When I say we are working on that, I spoke with one of these. I told us before that the CEO of one of the companies that have promised to collaborate with us is outside of the UK. I spoke with him yesterday, and I'm most certainly, not day for yesterday, I'm certainly going to speak with him today. Very soon he'll be in the UK. Once he comes, we sit together and see how we can do. Once that is agreed, that is one person that once we are able to come to agreement, we are very home at a peace with him. And then the company can begin to run the sponsorship while we do our own end from the other side. But until we get a genuine sponsorship company here that is registered with NHS, where we can verify everything here, we will not be involved. Please, don't just be patient with us. But if you have someone else, like I've always said, that has given you order, don't let anybody send you fake sponsorship document and you go and waste your money at the embassy and you pay money to them and then they say, "We're sorry." Maybe at that time they're just looking at your age, they say maybe you didn't have sufficient experience. They tell you a lot of things and there's nothing you can do about it. So when I said be patient with us, not because we want you to just keep quiet and not go and find your way. If you have your way to find, good for you. But if you must wait for us, then allow us to be very sure we have the genuine and the only a source that will give us the sponsorship that we can say now we depend on it. That's what we are waiting for. Nothing more. Every other thing is we've ticked other areas, we worked on it. One of the reasons why we don't pick up some of the countries that when you hear, it is because two things. Some will say, why not do this one? Why not do that one? Why not do this country? Why not do this country? One of the reasons why we don't do some of the countries, two things are involved, like I said. Number one, when you get over there, forget about somebody telling you, go to this place. You got to, if you don't have basic facts, don't jump at it. We don't do it because when you go, like somebody telling me, can you do Saudi Arabia? What are you going to do in Saudi Arabia? Look at Ukraine now. Somebody tell you that I have a child in Ukraine who is going to school. If you talk to us about Ukraine, we can secure that for you, but we will not be involved. Because when you go there, you say, but Mr. Paul, you've always told us about this. You experience immigration expert. You know this. You've been in this. Why didn't you tell us that this place is a bad place? I won't sell it. The money you're going to give to us is nothing. When you come to, particularly for those of you who are coming to UK, if you come to UK, you will know that that money we are charging you is nothing. £1,000 is nothing with all the thing we are putting in. So you will understand that. When somebody say go to the, like, for instance, last week, a friend of mine called me and said his friend, the uncle said he should talk to me. I know the young man very well. He's a junior friend anyway. That two countries, Germany and Dubai, that I should just look forward. I said, why is he talking about Dubai? I said, no, that's what he wants. I said, no, don't Dubai. He said, no, 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 no. I said, please don't go. He said, no, 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 that's what I want to go. And then there are things I can't say now, but I have a very good friend who is in Dubai, whom we are trying to look for a way to bring him out of Dubai now. Dubai is in a very bad shape right now. By the time we were going to Dubai those days, it was better. Now it's in a bad shape. And I told, don't go. He said, no, that's why. It's okay, please. If you want it to do for you, that's what you, my hands are not there. Please help us. People don't hear. Please listen to those who have facts so that you can be better. So you don't just, because people are, somebody is telling you that I've been there. Do you know what some of them are doing there? You have to talk about places you go where you can do something reasonable. You want to go there and be stealing and be collecting people something and then they kill you and you just die like that. Why not stay back home and enjoy yourself? Or gather money to get to the right place, and you can be fine for your life. You will not understand the import of this until when you cross over. I told the lady yesterday, I said, you will understand this the UK thing we talk about. Somebody will tell you that this is that. Maybe for those of us who are on our Facebook page, there's a particular picture that I definitely will post today. By the time I get home, I'm going to post that picture today. That picture was taken, just a very brief picture. Yesterday, it snowed very seriously in our part of the UK, very seriously. And so I happened to be with a friend, one Polish guy from Poland. And then we were talking. He said, Mr. Paul, I will die. He was talking to himself, talking to me about himself. Say, I will die. I've been here for 16 years. I will die in this country. He has the passport. Let me explain to you what a Polish passport holder enjoys. Automatically he's in the Schengen arrangement, where places like France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and Ukraine, no, it's not Ukraine, and all of these 26, about 26 countries are part of the Schengen environment. That is the place that UK pulled out from. We talk about the Brexit. Now he doesn't need anything to travel to those places. He can go to Germany today without problem. Then I asked him, so why are you? He said, don't bother. I will die here. I've been to all of these places. No places like this. The worth and the value of the money here is more than those places. So we're talking about the Ukrainian war, and they say Ukraine is very close to Poland. He was telling me any little thing there, my people will be affected, but I'm dying here. Say, young man, you're going to see the picture. Don't worry. Later when I get home, when I get settled, I will upload it. You don't understand you must get facts before you move, not just hear all these sweetie stories. If you're the type that is quick to, or that has this itching here for sweetie things, only the positive side. You don't want anybody to tell you the truth about what you're likely going to meet. You are going to go in for the trouble that you will never come out of it. Let people talk to you. You get angry that why are they talking to me like that? Why is it not that he's telling me the story that other agent was very good? He'll tell you everything will be fine. Just give us, don't bother about it. 50,000 is enough. That 50,000 they are collecting from you, or pay half, we'll pay the rest later. They are collecting from you. By the time they get 1 million persons, if they run out bad, they got 1 million person into that their baskets. Multiply 50,000 by 1 million is a lot of money. They don't finish you. It is not difficult to tell stories. They start telling stories. And then your hope is dashed. It will give you emotional pain. Your time is going, because whether you like it or not, time, age also can also affect your possibilities too. So please sit down. It's like the Bible said that before you embark on any journey of building, it is foolishness not to sit down and count the cost before you embark on it, so that you don't go and do foundation and then leave it there. Count it. And finally, before I end this video, whatever details and update that we give in our videos, please, for some of you I've spoken with you and you know that too, other agents will not give you what we are giving to you, and we are not here for competition. They take money for consultation. I spoke to a pastor and he told me that the particular woman is about to ask 100,000 now. He started from 20 and he said, until you pay this consultation fee, we're not talking to you. We had all that. So why is it that Absolute Migration will give you all of this free information for nothing? You come into our WhatsApp to job and you want to subject us to as if we are doing WAEC with you. You have not paid us anything, please. If what we have given to you on that video, the information we give to you, which is enough for you, which a lot of agents, even when they grab at it, they will even make use of it. It's not enough for you. Please, there are questions you can't ask us that will answer you because we're not our student. Questions that are reserved for our student, you can't ask us. Please, don't feel embarrassed about it. We pay staffs. We run exigencies. And so questions that are not for you cannot be answered. If what we have left for you, the details on how to do it, how to pay our money, how to run your program, how to go for your BSc program, to go for your master program, to go for your whatever, to migrate with your family and all that, their fee of £1,000 and how you go about it, how much you do. If those ones are not enough, no agent to do that for you until you subscribe to their service. Even bigger organization than even us will do the same thing. So if that is not enough for you, if it's not generous enough for you, please don't feel embarrassed calling us to say, sir, I have written down questions. The only thing we'll do for you, we'll send those videos to you where we'll have breakdown that will answer those questions. If you listen to that and you're okay, you want to have dealings with us, you can now get us involved. When you get us involved, until you subscribe, that is when we can begin to answer those questions for you. Because you can't, can you imagine somebody engaged me which day, Saturday, that was not even a work day, engaged me and took almost 1 hour of my time, only for me to tell me that, sorry sir, we're not ready now, when we're ready we'll get back to you. Please, that thing should stop. You don't take our time is important. We have those, there are a lot of people who are coming in, like on Friday, like I just told us, one of us just got the visa, like I just told us at the beginning of this video. And we need to be preparing, having talk with them to see how they can come in and all that. Then you take the whole of 1 hour because you want to. We are not entertainers. It is only the skit makers that you want to just be having those things and be having nice. And after you dump, they make their money. We're not doing. Well, that's not how we make our money. We make our money by rendering services. So don't come and be giving us those jam questions. Somebody will tell you, can you tell me about yourself first? Tell me about your company. Tell me how many wives you have, how many girlfriends, how many children you have. Tell me how the food is being served in the UK. If they say there is freedom for, what do you call it now? We have a free meal for children. So how are they serving it? Which particular place that you go? What kind of, those questions will not be answered. And please don't get to a point where you get yourself, you embarrass yourself because we will not answer you. If you ask those questions, if you watch very well, some of us have sent some questions. Nobody answered you. We just left you like, because those questions are not necessary. They are questions that the right of those who are subscribed to our services that are doing that. So why are you doing that? I pray that God will help all of us. I want to end it here now. So let's take time and enjoy ourselves. I may attach the video at the end of the day, and if I attach it, but if I don't, you can go and look for it. Thank you and bye bye. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
So medical examinations in Uganda have also established that clearly her right kidney has been removed. And police investigations revealed that while in Saudi Arabia, the victim's boss was an individual called Saad Dafa Muhammad. Police inquiries have also established that the suspects falsified medical results to hoodwink the victim and her family, that all her internal organs were intact, whereas they were not.
With such medical evidence that was sharply contradicting with what was presented as fake, it made it very possible for us now to fast track the process of prosecution. So as we talk, investigations are complete, but considering the fact that the case forms what the Act describes as extraterritorial jurisdiction, these are transborder crimes, and it is done in a syndicate. It is done from here first. There is a very good cooperation between other people across. So that syndicate, which forms extraterritorial jurisdiction, requires, as per the Act, Section 19, Paragraph A of the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act, that such charges can only be consented by the Attorney General. Not Office of the Attorney General, but Attorney General.